It is claimed that proof that Thomas Jefferson fathered children of his slave Sally Hemings was established by DNA tests. The public learned of this with the publication in a November 1998 issue of Nature of an article titled "Jefferson Fathered Slave's Last Child." That title seems so certain, some people may decide not to read any further. Those who do read the article find no statements which declare what the title had. The team of scientists and pathologists who were the researchers and authors of the article wrote a letter published in a subsequent issue of Nature in which they state that Jefferson's paternity was not established, and they refer to the article title having been assigned by the journal. The journal printed their statement and did not add any defense, even though editors sometimes do dispute the authors of letters and space underneath the letters they print. The pathologist who was the lead author also put on record his determination that paternity had not been proved in a letter he wrote published in the New York Times just days after the issue date of the Nature article. The New York Times had circulation many times that of Nature, and its readership had great influence on what was repeated in the press elsewhere. The combination of the two letters should have alerted cautious thinkers who seek accuracy that there were serious grounds not to accept the interpretation of the DNA findings first published. What are the facts? DNA was not collected from Thomas Jefferson himself. No DNA was used from any direct descendant because the scientific test used requires an unbroken line of male descendants, so as to test for markers on a Y chromosome passed from father to son. There is no such genetic line from Thomas Jefferson. Scientists were able to match the Y chromosome of one descendant of one Hemings child to the Y chromosome of descendants of Thomas Jefferson's uncle, meaning that the Y chromosome would have been passed to that uncle from Thomas Jefferson's grandfather, who passed it also to Thomas Jefferson's father and yet another of the father's brothers. Thomas Jefferson's father passed it to the future president and to the president's brother, meaning that the chromosome also went into that brother's 5 sons who lived near Monticello. Thomas Jefferson's 3 sisters would not be carriers of the Y chromosome, so Jefferson's nephews, the Carr brothers, would not have it. There were yet many potential fathers among the male Jefferson relatives. Some nephews would pass along the Y chromosome, some would not. You may be wondering what cultural forces and intellectual methods could be in play that would result in evidence being ignored and garbled and falsified. That is the subject of my 10-minute video which takes these subjects further. Some people argue that it is necessary or useful for the DNA to be presented as having proven the president siring his slave's child in order that the black and white races can live in harmony. An alternative approach, that people be united by respect for facts, is also addressed in the longer video.